Hello everyone, my name is Devashish and in this video I'm going to show you how can you read process memory using WinAppDBG. So just like my other videos, in this video also first I'm going to show you how can you read process memory using WinDBG, and later on I'm going to show you how can you achieve the same thing using WinAppDBG. So in this tutorial also we are going to debug our favorite application Notepad, and let's attach Notepad with WinAppDBG with WinDBG. Yeah. So as usual, we are going to set a breakpoint at message box, and let's trigger the API call. The API is has been hit. Now, if you want to read the memory and the read the raw stack memory using WinDBG, this is what you have to do. So the RSP actually points to the top of the stack. So if you want to dump the stack, this is what you have to do. So this is actually we are dumping raw stack from memory, and this is how it looks. These are the bytes that are present in this thread stack. Now we are going to achieve the same thing using WinAppDBG. So for reference, we are going to save what we have just seen now. So we'll save it somewhere here so that we can later on we can compare what we have seen, uh, and we are not going to uh, kill this application. We are just going to detach. Yeah, that now the Notepad application is again free, and as you can see we'll just keep it there. Now let's get started with WinAppDBG. So the script look almost similar, but I'm going to make some normal very minor modification here. So instead of launching the new app, I'm going to attach the script with this running Notepad app. So this is what we have to do, and the PID is we have to collect it from here, 7508 7508. Now mm, and I have made some modification here as well in this particular function. Rest of the code are same. So this is what we are doing. I'll go line by line. So we are actually getting the PID. uh, the event object actually help us get the PID, and we are creating a process object. So that is how WinAppDBG actually operates. You have to create a process object to be able to read write into that process. So the read memory, which is the main API, that is actually exposed by this process object. So first of all we have to mm, get the value of RSP, the address of top of the stack. So we'll do it in the exact same manner what we did in the last video. So first we get the current thread object, event get thread will do that, and after that we'll get the current thread context. It returns the entire thread context, which will actually hold all the register values and a lot of other information. Now we are extracting the RSP, the value of RSP, which is actually pointing to the top of the stack, the stack. Now to be able to read this memory, right, to be able to read the stack, this is the API that we are going to use, which is process.read. So here what you can see, the first argument actually we are passing is the address which where we want to perform the read operation. The RSP is the address of what we want to read, so we'll put it here. And the second argument that read accept is the length of data that you want to read. So for example, we'll just read first 10 bytes from the stack. That will be adequate, and later on we are actually printing the data that we have read using hexdump.hexadecimal. So we just pass the data to it, and later on we are simply detaching our WinAppDBG script using debug.detach. So let's see if we see the same data what we have read in WinDBG and what we are able to read from WinAppDBG. So let's get started. Mm, Read process memory. It is attached now. Let's trigger this again. As you can see, it has dumped the raw stack for us, the first 10 bytes. Now if you compare what you have seen earlier, 1443A8, 1443A8, F7. This is the exact same thing what we have read. So which actually, which confirms that we have read the correct memory. And we get the exact same data. Now the writing operation is also write operation is also pretty same. So what you have to do here, I'll modify the same. Instead of read, what you have to do, you have to do write, and you have to pass on the address and the data you want to write. We are not going to do it because it is going to crash obviously if we corrupt the stack. So this is how you perform write operation as well. So that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. I'll be uploading a lot of other videos as well on WinApp DBG. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would recommend you to subscribe. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.